guys, welcome back. So we are officially in the last month of the season. It's December. Christmas is right around the corner, and so that means if you're anything like me, you are probably doing your Christmas shopping now. I wanted to hop on here to give you guys some ideas for book lovers in your life. These recommendations are things that either I would want myself or that I would recommend for other book lovers, readers in my life. So if you're a book lover and you're looking for something to add onto your list to ask for Santa this year, or if you know a reader or somebody who loves books in your life and you don't know what to get them, hopefully this list is helpful. So as always, let me know in the comments below if any of these sound enticing to you. If you have any of these, if you have any more recommendations that you'd like to share with either myself or other people watching this video, I always look forward to your comments. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so the first idea that I want to recommend to you guys is a page anchor. If you are a book lover and you have an Instagram account, you may have actually seen these circulating. It is essentially exactly what it sounds like. It is a kind of paperweight that is shaped in the style of an anchor, and the way that it works is that you put it in between the pages of either your paperback or your hardback book, and it keeps the pages down flat so that when you're reading, it's easier for you to do it with your hand. I find this extremely useful, especially when I am trying to read one-handed. I know sometimes, especially if it is a kind of small but thick paperback, you know, you kind of do that cramping origami with your fingers and they get tired. Well, no more with the page anchor. So hopefully you guys check that out. The next idea that I have, I actually came across it on YouTube somewhere. I don't remember where, but I thought it was super cute, and that is a Lumio book light. And this one I thought is a really unique gift. It's kind of a spin on the traditional book light where you have your little clamp that you put on your book. This is literally a light in the shape of a book, but what makes this one so interesting is that it actually opens up to become a lamp. I think it's super charming, and it's very minimal, so it can either sit on the bedside or you can actually put it on the bookshelf and kind of pull it out for people when they come over to show them how cool it is. I think this is definitely a good gift, and there's actually a couple of different price points that I've seen. There is one on the more expensive side that is a little bit more, I guess, artisanal, if I'd have to describe it. That one costs over $100. So if budget is not necessarily your main concern, you can check that out. But if you are trying to be a little bit more price conscious, I have seen some on Amazon, and they usually range around the $30 to $50 mark. So if that is something that is more affordable for you, give that one a try too. Okay, so next up we have a book cart. You can actually get these from different places. I know IKEA sells them. They are called the Raskog, I believe. At least that's what it was called the last time that I saw them at IKEA. You can also get them at Michael's if you live in the US or Canada. There should be a Michael's hopefully in your area, and you can probably order them online either on Amazon or someplace like Wayfair. I believe the one that I got from Michael's, and the bonus about that is that Michael's typically has a lot of sales. So especially with the Christmas holiday coming up, you can probably find either a sale or a coupon. So if you want to run out to Michael's and grab one, you can get it at a discount. I love this because it just lets me tote my books anywhere throughout the house, which is perfect if you're a mood reader like me and you want to cart your TBR around throughout the house. You're not limited to just carrying one book with you, putting it on the side table. You can literally put dozens of books on this cart. Believe me, I have tried. I have dozens of books on this cart, and drag it around with you. Or what I really like about it is that it is a sneaky way to add more books to your house without adding another bookshelf and taking up wall space, which my husband appreciates. Next Next up, I want to recommend an Alexa speaker. The concept of an Alexa speaker really appeals to me for a couple of reasons. One is that it's literally a speaker, so if you listen to audiobooks or if somebody you know listens to audiobooks, they can listen hands-free while they're kind of doing other things in the house or outside if you guys are on vacation, stuff like that. And then another reason that I like it is that you can program it to do certain commands. So let's say you are cooking or doing things that require you to be hands-free, you can always say Alexa pause or Alexa fast forward or Alexa look for this book. That way you're not having to constantly reach for your phone or stop whatever you're in the middle of doing to carry on with your audiobook. Ooh, so this next one I've actually had on my own personal wish list for a while, and that is a book bow. I saw them on Instagram a couple of months back, and essentially what it is a cute little holder, a fabric holder that you can put your books in. And I love this idea because if you or the reader in your life is anything like me, you don't like to get your books dirty when you carry them around. So I've seen different sizes. They can usually accommodate your standard, well, obviously they can accommodate a paperback because those are typically smaller, but they can also accommodate your standard size hardbacks, and I believe they also have larger versions. So let's say you're carrying around a hardback version of it, which we all know is super thick, super chunky, then it can do that as well. And what I love about these is that they're continuously coming out with different colors, so depending on your favorite color or your favorite kind of pattern, you can definitely get it to customize and reflect who you are. This next one I would probably consider a stocking stuffer, at least the one that I saw, and that is a personal library kit. And what this is a kind of vintage homage to the traditional library cards that used to be stuck inside the front covers of books way long time ago when we had the older Dewey catalog system. I'm not sure how old you guys are in the audience watching this video, but when I was a little kid, when you used to check out books, you would have to write your name on this card as well as the date next to it. And so when you would either get a new book or turn your book in, you can see on the card who previously checked the book out. Now this gift is definitely nostalgic. It's a trip down memory lane, something fun over function. And what you can do is take these cards, put them in your own personal library, and then write your name down. So let's say you give away a lot of books either for donation or you let your friends borrow your books. They can see that you are the original owner for it, which I think is such a cute idea, especially if you're continuously donating or letting friends borrow books. Okay, so this next gift is a gift that you will be giving that won't necessarily have a physical box associated with it, at least in terms of giving the present to somebody, but it's still a cute idea nonetheless, and that is a book box subscription. Now, if you know anything about the book world, you know that there are book boxes, and for that matter, any kind of subscription boxes these days that you can order, and my favorite book boxes are Book of the Month and the Once Upon a Book Club box. Both of those cater to different genres, so if you're looking for young adult or adult, you can use either of these. And what I love about it is that it kind of takes the pressure off of you to get the reader whatever kind of book you think that they'll like, and they instead can kind of choose their own book or choose from a series of books. Now, obviously there's way more book box subscriptions available. I just listed out the first two that came to mind that I really enjoy, but also what's great about it is that you can gift them different increments. So 1 month, 3 months, the whole year. It's really up to you. It's really up to your budget. The awesome thing about this is that instead of the participant getting one gift, they'll be getting, or at least feel like they're getting, 3 gifts or 12 gifts or however many months, since the books are shipped out monthly. Alright, so for you people who are crunched on time or who have to send a gift in the mail and you don't want to pay those exorbitant shipping fees, I'm gonna go ahead and suggest gift cards, to be honest, because Even though sometimes they're looked down upon, I still think that they are an excellent gift, especially when you want to make sure that whoever you're giving it to really enjoys it, because the upside about a gift card is that obviously the person gets to choose what they do with it. Now, in terms of making it bookish, all you gotta do is make sure that your gift card is related to something bookish. You can get an Audible subscription gift card, you can get a Kindle ebook gift card, you can get a Kobo gift card, which is another type of e-reader, you can get a Scribd gift card. Those are just a few options, and the upside about gift cards is that obviously they don't take up a lot of space, so you don't have to go to the post office and stand in line, because let's be honest, as much as we love giving gifts, sometimes we love avoiding the post office even more, and standard postage is all it takes. It's really not that hard. Okay, so this next one is a little non-traditional, and that is donating to different literacy programs and charities in the participant's name. Now, of course, there are so many different programs that you can participate in or donate your time or money to. In fact, I'm going to leave a list below in the description box. I found this really great article from Bustle from a few years back where they have an excellent roundup of the different literacy programs and charities that you can give to. Now, there were a few on that list that I've already am familiar with. One of them is Reading is Fundamental. That's my personal favorite. But again, if you'd like to donate in the participant's name, I think that's also a really great gift. It's something that's heartfelt. I know a lot of my friends will sometimes not necessarily ask for gifts, but ask for donations. And if the person in your life is anything like that, then this is something that you can give to them. It's going to mean a lot because it would deal with one of their passions, which of course is reading. We all deserve the right to be able to read and have access to books, and this is an excellent way to make sure that other people can do that as well. Ooh, okay, so number 10, a little free library. I'm not sure where you guys live, but I know in my neighborhood, in my city, in my state, we have these little free libraries located all throughout just smaller neighborhoods, city sidewalks, and what it is essentially, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It looks like a mailbox, but inside it you have books, and people can come up to it, borrow books, donate their own books, and it's just like a library. So if you go on their website, you see that you can actually send for your own little free library that you can construct and put inside your neighborhood. There are also on the website maps of where you can find different little free libraries throughout the country. So if you want to check it out in person before you commit to that, you're free to check out that map and kind of walk or drive to your nearest one. There used to be a whole bunch in the neighborhood that I lived in before the one I am in now, but since I've moved, there aren't any that are as close, and so I've actually been considering buying one so that I can put it in my own neighborhood. In fact, talking about this, that might have given me an idea, but anyway, I think that's a great gift to give to somebody, especially if not only they love books, but they're maybe a little handy, because it is something that you have to construct yourself. I'm not actually sure if they have an option to where somebody builds it for you. I don't know, but I will leave the info in the description box below so that you can check it out yourself. Okay, those were my 10 gift ideas. I want to leave you with a little bonus, and that is a couple of shop names so that if you don't necessarily know where to find gifts for somebody who loves books in your life, and maybe you didn't get something from this list that you love or feel compelled to give, you can visit one of these sites and hopefully get some ideas. So first up, we've got the obvious, Amazon. Again, they are my go-to, especially with the Prime shipping. I know that that's something that comes in handy a lot, one, because I'm impatient, and two, with Christmas coming up quickly, if you are procrastinating, that 2-day shipping will save your ass if you're trying to get your present on time. Next, we've got Etsy. I love Etsy. I'm sure you've heard of it. You can get all kinds of handmade and artisanal gifts, and what I really love about it is that you get non-cookie cutter things. So yes, Amazon is great, but a lot of the times their stuff is manufactured for mass quantities, whereas on Etsy, you get something that is created by hand, by small business owners, by people who are just doing it for fun, and it's usually something that's really creative. You can't find it anywhere else, and for that I love it, especially because it makes me feel good knowing that I'm supporting somebody else's hobby or somebody else's passion, because everything that you get on there, you're shopping small. So the next place that I have for you is a website called Out of Print. They specialize in all things bookish. I love their t-shirts. They actually have more than just t-shirts. They've got different kind of merch that you can get, but a lot of the time it features vintage covers or book quotes or just any kind of book pop culture. So for example, if your husband's favorite book is Chronicles of Narnia, they've got shirts that are kind of like this really cool heather gray with that whitewash look of the Chronicles of Narnia cover. That's a really good idea, because if you know their favorite book or their favorite quote, you can get something from that and it'll really seem like it's from the heart, because that means that you were listening to what they love. Okay guys, that about does it for my list of 10 bookish gifts for the readers in your life. I hope that you got some ideas or found this list helpful, and like I mentioned, let me know in the comments below if you have tried any of these gifts that I've mentioned, if you have your own personal recommendations, because I'm always looking for bookish gifts regardless of what season it is. And until next time, bye! Oh, and happy holidays!